1, 2, we are live. I just had to rush and change the clothes for this video. Don't mind my face is always like this. I don't put makeup, so it's not the purpose of this video. Anyway, we are going to talk about gender-based violence. And someone is trying to call me. My brother. Sister Memo, please. Okay, let me tell them I'll call you back because they are disturbing me. Sorry about that. YouTube rejected your comment. This is fairly common when sharing, and you may need to share the link other way. How to? Anyway, let me say hello everyone because I don't know. Hello everyone. Okay, I don't know. YouTube rejected the link, so let me try to see if there is any way to share our link for our live. Because here it's showing that YouTube rejected. So I have to share the link. Let me tell him to write. So I'm trying to wait for my sister because she said she wants to help us. Because of this call which tried to get connected to me, it disturbed my mood. Anyway, let me see if okay, because my brother tried to call me and I'm in the middle of video, so it's kind of like put my mood like in a swing, like. But anyway, I'm back. I am actually like ready to sleep. I may end the video by mistake. So hello everyone. Hello. So regarding gender-based violence, people always fight, you guys, and violence is not about physical fighting. From my understanding, the violence can be just exchanging words, like, that's where it starts. Before people start fighting, they start exchanging words, and in the end they are fighting. And when we grew up, we just knew that if it's like gender-based violence, they will be talking of men to say stop harassing your women, stop fighting your women. So yeah, did I even share? Okay, let me see if it will go. Okay, let's see. So I think these people are not. Hello, welcome. I was getting a little bit down that one, my people. And then these ones, and then these ones. Anyway, I tried to share our link, but it was rejected. Let me try again. Okay, maybe because no one was in the chat. So if anyone wants to come and say anything about gender-based violence, please come and tell us. Is it all about women being beaten by men, or women beating men, or women beating each other? What is it? What is gender-based violence? Our lovely sister Memos Corner will be joining us soon. I'm sure she's doing the setups. But if anyone wants to come and tell us, okay, if phone is low and you are there, it's better like that. Hey, these days I don't have any snacks at all. I don't know. Maybe I should go to Dice or something, because I really miss my snacks. I miss them so much. My light. Okay. I think let me put the white light is better. There's an angle which is good, but anyway, I don't know how to place the light, but anyway, you can see me. Yeah, Sister Patricia is here. Please tell us about gender-based violence. Do you know anything about gender-based violence? Because Sister Memo is coming to share about gender-based violence. I've put the link if anyone wants to share anything, any stories about gender-based violence. As we wait. Okay, Sister Brenda is here. Hi, Malaika.
Abo, ndatirega ndipinde foni yangu yane 5% isati yadzima.
Okay, I'm hearing you.
Okay, so
Say it. Felicious.
Bangamazano.
Ndeipenyu asikana ndatambura namatipa munozoti arare.
Oh, arara.
Yeah, arara.
Okay.
Inini handina pekuisa. I can see you people, you have stand ekuisa magadgets enyu. Inini I'm using my hand as my stand.
Ndakabata nemaoko.
Nini pa laptop? Phone
ndakabata nemaoko.
It's good to see you all, you guys. Oh my God.
Yeah, me, I'm super happy. I'm excited to be on this platform. Thank you,
Okay.
Sheila.
Let me
Same
do like
here.
this.
Thank you.
Maybe like this is good. I don't know which one is good.
Whatever.
So long.
So long. Okay.
Yes.
I think like this. Okay, good. Hey, tell us. We are hearing gender-based violence. Tell us, Chipangamazan.
No, can I talk so that phone yangu yakudzima? Mina nditaure phone yangu isati yadzima. Maybe ndozoshandisa laptop instead. Tozobata ipa maybe 20 minutes. Inachona talk about my gender-based violence. Takatarisa vanhu vechirume. Ana mhofera vedu vari kurohwa mudzimba umu. Vari kurohwa ana mhofera mudzimba, and then we just look at gender-based violence kuvakadzi chete. Wedu, I was listening to Tete Tilda. Mwe murume achiti ndanzwa nokurohwa kundanzwa nokurohwa ndikurohwa nemukadzi mwaka ndikurohwa namother-in-law. Imagine.
Okay, I'm translating. You can write and translate in the comments.
Oh, sorry.
It's okay.
Okay. I was saying that gender-based violence is not does not only concern women only, but men also are also involved. They are also
Yes.
victims of gender-based violence.
Mm-mm.
For example, Tilda, right? That
Yeah.
yeah, so she was. There's this other guy who was calling. I was actually listening. I was listening, and that man was crying. My
Really?
mother-in-law. Yes, my mother-in-law. No, beats me. So then he was asked,
Mother-in-law.
why does yeah, mother-in-law, why does she beat you? Then she would say, maybe times if I have a problem with my wife, or maybe I tell my wife, no, what you're doing is wrong, or something like that. She
Mm.
will beat him up. She will beat him
Yes.
up. And it was so, so sad because
Well, what's happening?
I think the battery went down.
I see.
Yeah, then you can carry over, sister.
And ndiri kuteerera zviro zvinakidza. It's so exciting when you're listening to someone else
Yes,
lecturing, but
yes.
yeah, all the way I'll try to contribute my 2 cents towards the topic that we have.
Mm-mm.
Firstly, probably what I can just say is I think most of us, we are in the know that we are in the period where we are commemorating 16 days of activism against gender-based violence
Mm-mm.
from 25th of November up to the
Mm.
10th of December. Worldwide, governments, individuals, organizations, they join hands together
Mm.
to raise awareness against gender-based violence.
I am here, yes.
So, okay.
Mm.
So I appreciate you so much for bringing in this topic during this period where we are raising awareness against gender-based violence.
Mm.
Each year, there is a theme that event holders run behind. So this year's theme is coloring the whole world orange.
Mm-mm.
Protect, fund, prevent, and record.
Mm-mm.
Basically, the color orange, it's
Mm.
a color that is normally used when campaigns are being held
Mm.
on raising awareness on gender-based violence.
Mm.
So yes, we are saying let the whole world be colored orange. We want to raise awareness on this issue because it's an issue that is really affecting us. And then it's
Mm.
saying let's fund governments, individuals are being encouraged to fund programs that have to do with preventing gender-based violence.
Okay.
Setting aside budgets, monies,
Mm.
resources to fund
Mm.
projects and programs to fight against gender-based violence. And
Mm.
prevent, we are saying everybody should be involved in preventing
Mm.
gender-based violence. Try by all
Mm.
means to do something so that you can
Mm.
prevent.
Mm.
Protect. There are
Mm.
so many victims or survivors of gender-based violence. They need to be protected. So
Mm.
yes, individuals are being encouraged to protect them.
Mm.
Governments, they are also being encouraged. I think, like for us, we have the ZRP, the Zimbabwe Republic Police. We
Yes.
have different stakeholders like the Ministry of Gender. I'm not quite
Mm.
sure now of their name. I know they changed their title, but there's a Department of Gender.
Mm.
And other civic organizations like Zimbabwe Women Lawyers Association,
Mm.
Musasa, and all. We are saying all those organizations and individuals should do something to
Mm.
to to protect survivors of gender-based violence. And we are saying let's record.
Mm.
Recording, we are saying we have to record cases of gender-based violence so that we know where we
Mm.
are right now and where we are going.
Mm.
You see, yeah. So basically, that's a general overview of what's what's all about this 16 days of activism against gender-based violence. Within these 16 days, you can see there are quite a number of events that will be commemorated. Like we have on the 1st of December, it's World AIDS Day, right? Then we also have another day on the 10th is the 10th. It should be the Human Rights Day, if I'm not mistaken. Yes, it's the Human Rights. Yes, and other events that will be, commemorated, raising issues actually, to fight against gender-based violence. So, like Brenda Sister Brenda said, issues of gender-based violence don't really affect only women. Everybody is affected by gender-based violence. Yes, but the problem is we have a tendency of magnifying violence against women, probably because we as women, we have a, how can I put it? We tend to seek for help, or maybe we are a weaker vessel. I don't know. We tend to talk much about abuse that we probably encounter. But when we look now at our male counterparts, you can see that they shy away from, saying out their experiences, particularly in their marriages. So today I just thought, let me, as you have given us the opportunity, let me just talk about violence against women, against men, to say Varume also experience gender-based violence in any form. When we're talking about gender-based violence, it can be physical, it can be emotional, it can be financial, it can be sexual. Yes. So so we want to say nana baba vedu vanozvi experience, avakomana vanozvi experience. Saka I just wanted to say, varume, please musafire mubhutsu semasokisi. Whenever you experience gender-based violence, try to seek for help. Zvaitwa kudhara zvokuti if a person goes to the maybe police station, kunenge kuine one place, one room zihombe, where you would be where you would be asked kuti chichaitika, what do you want to report, and all. When you go to the police station, every police station, I'm talking about in our country, Zimbabwe, every police station there is a VFU, a victim friendly unit. If you go there, they have trained officers who can deal with your case. You tell them, I have experienced the ABCD, the perpetrator is Ningi, then they can help you. They know how to deal with you. Probably you might be in uchida kukanselwa, probably munoda kuyananiswa as maybe tomboti yaitika between a couple. Maybe munokwanisa kuti say kukanselwa as a couple, kana kuti say yeah, kana even as an individual you also need counseling and it. Saka yes, I want to emphasize that point, Kuti. Let's make use of the structures that were put in place by our governments. The government is supporting. I do understand we all cry foul in terms of our government, saying it doesn't provide much resources to support us to, cushion our needs, but with the little that they have, the structures they have put in place. Brenda is coming back.
Brenda
have that were put in place by our governments. The government is supporting. I do understand we all cry foul in terms of our government, saying it doesn't provide much resources. I'm hearing a feedback now of something that I already said before. Little that they have of the structures that have put in place. Okay, thank you. Where was I? Okay, I was saying let's make use of this different structures that are in place. Let's not shy away from using maybe my government facilities. Probably you might not be comfortable to go to kunana VFU kana kunema nangirikine ma government structures. Kunema NGOs akasiyana siyana. We have Musasa Project. I think most of us, we know Musasa Project. They are championing men's issues. And Saka, whenever you feel you need someone to talk to, those people are there. Some people believe in God and God instituted pastors. Some, yes, you can go to your pastor, talk to him about your issues. Unobatsirika. Kwete kuita sei, kwete kufira mubhutsu. Vanana baba, pane especially my issues sexual abuse kazhinji on the part of varumeka. I have noticed that havawanzode kutaura nezvazvo. Stereki baba kana vachinyimwa kumba, mai mufana havasi kuvapa zviro panguva yavanenge vachida. Vari kushaya kuti ndotaura naye sei mudzimai wangu kuti andipe, inini ndine shungu, you see. So we are saying the first thing, normally kana pakaita macases ekusawirirana in a marriage, baba namai, you should sit down and talk. Mataurirana maona kuti hazvina kufamba. Look for a third party to intervene, to assist you. Anogona kuita shamwari, anogona kuita maybe mufundisi, anogona kuita probably people around masawira, anogona kuita maybe a professional counselor. Anana tete, let's make use of vanana tete. Andoziva kuti mazuva ano vanana tete vakure nana sekuru vasiyana, because my families, we have migrated to so many parts of the world. Saka my family, many families have decent integrated, but let's make use of them. We have technology. Last time we were talking about online dating. Zvinongoshandisa mafoni iwaya ma WhatsApp nemachi. The same, we can make use of zvinhu zvakaita seizvozvo kuita se enhance our marriages and our our relationships. What more should I say? Yes, but the main issue that I just want to reinforce or to reiterate is, please, men, seek help. Seek help. There is someone out there who is willing to help you. Musakwarire mukati muchiti ndinozosekwa. Zvaitwa kudhara zvokuseka munhu ari kukuvara. Macases evarume ari kukwira. Unfortunately, handina kuzoya zvangu nestatistics dzachona. Macases evarume vari kuabhuswa mudzimba akatokura zvisingaiti. But pane tumwe tunhu tuma-issues twandoda kuti titaurewo, kwokuti kana pane mumwe baba anotaura kuti hanzi mudzimai wangu inini ari kundiabhusa. Ari kundiita kuti nditsvaire mumba, ndibike, ndione zvevana. Amana vanana baba musati dzikisire kudaro. I don't think that's abuse. You are helping your assistant, you are assisting your spouse. And especially these days, you find kuti takuenda kumabasa tese, tinodzoka tese takaneta. Anditi wochindibatsiro, inini ndichita zvokubika iwe uchikorobha. My issues of course, we culture yedu tinoirespecta, but right now I think we have to move with times. My gender roles ndinofungidzira kuti anoda kuti aite seapota achisheyiwawo, so that we may lighten the burden, especially kune vanhu vakadzi. Tinoramba tichingotaura kubatsira vakadzi because tinongofungidzira kuti iweaker vessel. However, there are some men out there who are being abused, who are experiencing gender-based violence, and we are saying they also need to be assisted. That's why there are organizations that stand for them. My comments, are there any questions? Vana baba. All right. Zvaityisa kudhara kutsvaga help. Then
Yes,
there is
yes.
another part that I also want to equal. It's the part on vakadzi. Kazhinji vakadzi tine kamwe it's a general overview, general statement randiri kutaura, kamwe kadependence syndrome katinako pavarume vedu. You find kuti in most cases you always want your spouse to provide, to do almost everything in terms of finances and it. Saka that alone makes you vulnerable. Munhu anonzi mukadzi anofanirwa kuti changa anofanirwa kuti ngwara so that anokwanisawo kuprovide food on the table. Zvaiitika kudhara, I remember period yedu isusu tichakura, isu tava vanhu vakuru tichakura vana namai vedu isusu vaigara kumusha. You'd find kuti baba vachigara sei kuHarare, anditi at the end of the month baba vouya kumusha nemagroceries nemari, anditi in a way amai vakanga vari more dependent on baba, but I'm not saying vakanga vasinga provide for the family. I'm just saying mostly baba ndo vaiprovide. But iko zvinezvi zvachinja zvasiyana, takuchifanirwa kufambiranawo nenguva semadzimai, tikufanirwa kuti ngwarangani tichibatsirawo baba, tichikwanisa kuita sei kuprovidawo, I'm sorry ndikuverenga, tichiprovidawo food on the table. Ukaita mukadzi anobatsira murume wake, maissues ekurohwa aya anoita mashoma. Regai ndingoti bate mbichana on economic abuse. You find kuti economic abuse, 1, unogona kunge uchinyimwa mari, 1, 2, unogona kurambidzwa kuenda kubasa, 3, unogona kurambidzwa kuenda kuchikoro. It's part of economic abuse. And we are saying, kana uri mukadzi uyawo kuti unorambidzwa kuenda kubasa, of course zvakuda kuti uite sit down with your husband and explain to him your reasons and probably look for somebody else kana kuri kuti haasi kuzvinzwisisa. Issue yekunyimwa yekuti hausi kupiwawo mari, zvimwe zvachonawo zvinoda, like I said, zvinodawo kuti iwewo uite sei, usimukewo umire semunhukadzi uchizvitsvagirawo mari dzako. Mazuva ano mabasa akawanda akuitwa, vanhu vari kungoita zvinhu online, anditi what skill do you have wakutongoitengesa online? Hazvimbodi zvokuti unze uri kupfeka gogo uchibuda uchienda kumwe kunhu. Aiwa, urimo mumba mako, you can do something. Vamwe vari kungoorder zvinhu, haasati amboenda kuChina but she's ordering items from China achitengesa ari mumba make. Saka iwewe semudzimai kuti uite seiwe upreventewo ku-experience that economic abuse, you can also try to look out for maybe basa so that you can also provide food on the table. Kazhinji kana on the table, kazhinji kana iwewe mukadzi uchiprovide, kana uine tumari twako twauri kuisa mumba, karespect kanoita sei, kanouyawo. So wasiyana neuya mukadzi akangogara so kumba. So unoto kana ukasvika pachida kuitwa madecisions, you'll be consulted because they know kuti chero tikaita nyaya dzemari, ichi chimbingiresi chedu, she will provide something at the end of the month, and at the end of the conversation. You see, saka munhu mukadzi, patiri kutaura nyaya dze16 days of activism against gender-based violence, we want to encourage women to desist from being dependent upon men. Of course, yes, hatizotaure kuti mobva mazviita machongwe. Aiwa, mukadzi anofanirwa kuve submissive, mukadzi anofanirwa kunge ari humble kuitira kuti murume wako azoite sei, azokude. 30 minutes is not a joke, ndichingopawo masikana imbotaura iwo neni.
You are saying all the points as it is, nemo, and we don't really need to pambidzira. You are saying it nemo, and you are saying it well. Ndo zvinonyatsoitika mudzimba zhinji. Some women havatombozivi kuti chinotsvagwa kuti mari inotsvagwa sei. ndosaka kuchizopedzisira munhu aakuzopuwa marafu vanhu vakuzongorovana because munhu haana effort yekuti aitewo something or even kungodhoira kuita madhoirisi chaiko knitting sewing. Baba vanotoenda kubasa nesheti isina bhatani. Vamwe varume vanototoona kumabasa uku kwedu ukuku ndokuna kumitai kana pane zviri kuitika motaura ikoko ndakumitai okay yeah muri pasilent yeah. Saka pane vamwe varume vanenge vachitotambura kutoona baba havamba kwahazvisi right. Tinotongoona nemapfekero avanenge vakaita kuti bhachi harina bhatani, tai chaiyo yakatoita buri, trouser chairo. But who is supposed to be doing all those things? It's us as women, as helpers. So zvinotibatsirawo kuti kana mukaita take care of our brothers, of our uncles, of our grandfathers, whoever woman is responsible, just try and make sure that when they go out to look for money and resources, they are at a better place to be presentable enough. Kwete kuti munhu anotovedzikana neutsvina pabasa kuti hii ani so like as women we have to shield zvimwe zvinhu because anobva atukwa kubasa asekwa nevanhu and then ouya nehasha idzo dzokumba and then chimoto chatanga. Otherwise if she could help the men kungovawo neclean shirt, shined shoes, as a helper you help your person to be smarter. You know, we always hear, I'm not yet married but I talk like a married woman. Because I always hear from you and achipanga mazano.
Munhu wese aneka knowledge iyoyo inotobatsira tinenge tichitonzwawo zvimwe hakusi kuti iexperience unoverenga.
Yes. So actually if you make your person look better, presentable, you respect him at home, I don't see him feeling intimidated at work akatsiurwa something. Because vamwe varume vanotora zvinhu zvekubasa personally kuti ndatukwa kubasa inini since kumba kusina communication iri right, kungosvika nokungobhagurana kochii hazvichabuda. At least ukava nerelationship yakanaka kumba unosvika umwe wako kubasa nhazvo zvadaitwa nabhosi wotopuwa mazano nomumwe wako motokamfotana zvisina kurovana, and then it will make your day better. If you go back to work you don't carry on grudges at workplaces. Same applies to women also. If the husband is not really caring, like extra care inongoduwo as partners, zvinooneka outside. Tinovaona ana madha vanenge vane matember issues, vanenge vane ma-issues okuti hautombovataudzi, unotongochaudwa from nowhere zvokuti unototi this mother, what's wrong with her? Is all well at home. Some issues just you see them at the people's faces. If you work in government or any institution back home, I'm sure you understand what we are trying to say here, because these issues hazvizombowandisa. Tarisai our nursing profession, our policemen, our teachers, our what, most of those people, I can't say kuti vamwe irafu yekuti kumba hakusi right, but sometimes if you really dig deeper you will see that those people at their homes, things are not well at all. So when they are at work they are just releasing anger, they are releasing. In the end, you as someone who's receiving the services, you're always like, what's wrong with our system? What's wrong with our system? And yet some things which are happening at the homes and they are carried over to work every day, accumulation of stresses every day. So I think as a system we need healing as a nation, because all of our families are not perfect. We know one point in time there are some misunderstandings, but we keep on piling our grudges. If there's a way of us to get some kind of healing, some programs like just national programs, some TV programs for healing. I've seen Korea, they try to do these programs for counseling for these kind of misunderstandings in family. You have seen the current issue of this this lady who just passed away and the family, they are fighting and the issue is
Yes,
in the
yes.
court. Korean
Mm.
people bring a social work person to mediate between the two people, that even though
Okay.
you are in the courts, try to settle. They will try to talk between the two parties.
Mm.
There are many programs on YouTube that I saw
Okay.
where Koreans try to bring peace everywhere,
Mm.
like in families where there are misunderstandings. Even if they go to court, then what? Maybe
Mm.
avasutambira zvataurwa court, so they need some mediator to say, okay, the court has said you won, but that's not it. Pane ukama, you have children, so how
True.
are you going to relate? That kind
Mm.
of thing. You over to you Chipangamazana.
Yeah, okay, let
Mm.
me say something. Mataura inonzi chii ishi mareza nyaya yevana. Ndofunga we can also talk about it. Kazhinji zvinotaurwa kunzi kazhinji tinoti garbage in, garbage out.
Yeah.
Handiti chawapinza mau ndo chinobuda. Zvongofanana nevana. You find kuti if a child grows up in a family ine love, iri respectful, akangodzikama, yatingati the ideal family, mwana iyeye anokurawo aine unhu hwakanaka hwakadzikama, even akaenda kune vamwe outside chinonotamba nevamwe, anoziva pekugumira. Handiti asi kana mwana iyeye akakura achiona baba vake namai vake vachirovana everyday, vachitukana everyday, vachishorana everyday, paanoenda even kana akaenda kumahumbwe, that's the same character yaanoratidza. Akaenda kuchikoro, that's the same character. Even kuchechi chaiko chaiko, that's the same character yaanoratidza. So we are saying, let's try by all means kuita character yakanaka pamberi pevana vedu, that is kana tiri macouples, vana nababa naamai, kana kuri kutiwo maybe ndiri amai vangoriwo mai, kana kuti ndiri baba vangori baba. Tinofanirwa kuisawo character yakanaka ine mutsigo, ndichinzwisisa kuti I am a role model, there is somebody who is looking up to me. Whatever character or behavior that I display, somebody is going to adopt it. So I have to behave accordingly. Vana ukazoona mwana achingopiwa ripoti yekuti uyu anongoda zvechikudo, pamwe ndo zvaagara zviri mumba, ndo zvaagara achingoona. Ukanzwa mwana achitaura anana the F word, ndo zvinenge zvichingotaurwa mumba. Zvinotoita sekunge that's the norm mufamily make. Saka we are saying, let's encourage, let's try to build maybe healthy families in quotes, asingazoaffecte vana vedu. Tinofanirwa kuita bear in mind the fact that our children are always watching and learning something from us, and you find kuti pama ages madiki diki iwayaya zvavanodzidza kazhinji kachona it's very rare, it's very difficult actually kuti zvizobve mavari, because ndo zvinhu zvavanenge vachifunga kuti ndo zvitori the normal community kana kuti musociety. Yes. Ndava ndafunga one video, there is one video that I saw today of muroora anga achinetsana naamwene vake. I don't know whether you saw it.
I saw in a flash. If possible, we can actually do reaction videos. Let me see. Okay. I saw it in a flash. Let me see if I can find it on Instagram. If possible, Tongoita like reaction video, and then we talk more. You can talk.
I saw it on Facebook. Yeah, I don't know. Personally, I'm not quite sure. What
I
really
saw
triggered
on Instagram.
No, I saw it on Facebook. You saw it on Insta.
Yes,
I saw it on yes. Muroora akarohwa naamwene vake, then arohwa naamwene wake mbati inini handikudzorerei because muri vamwene wangu. Mutemo maybe tsika dzinotaura kuti inini handifaniri kurova amwene. Handiti bati nemuromo anga achitaura zvakawanda, atuka akaita zvakawanda. Saka anga atuka wataura mamwe mashuke kuti mimi muri
chakana in the face, and then I said I don't want any violent things in my face. So
inini ndiri kudziteera, ndiri kudzifambira nyaya dzacho. Ndiri kudzifambira nyaya dzacho because ndinodzidzisa nyaya dzegender based violence. So we are saying gender based violence, it can be again murume nemukadzi. Anditika murume achiabhusa mukadzi kana kuti mukadzi achiabhusa murume. Kozotiwo vakadzi pachezvavo vanogona kushungurudzana.
Yes.
Tenge apa tiri kuona a case of amwene nemuroora. Anditika mumwe nemumwe anenge achida kunzwika, inini ndiri amai vemunhu, uye anenge achitaura kuti aiwa inini ndinodhonzana namagumbeze nemwana wenyu. Saka yes, munhu wese anenge achida kurespectwa. But we are saying tine culture, tine chivanhu chedu. We understand culture yedu ine zvakashata, but ine zvinhu zvaini zvakanaka zvandinofunga kuti we have to uphold. Munhu ukanzwisisa your position, especially in a marriage ka, andifunga kuti unoita problems. Tere kukangonzwisisa kuti inini mwana wangu akaroorwa ane mumwe munhu waakugara naye waakuita sei, waakuita answer to, wozvirespecta izvozvo, I don't think you have any problems.
Okay, I saw the video. I see it now. Okay, you can go on.
Yes. All right. And nemuroora futi akangonzwisisa kuti inini ndinani, ava ndamai vemunhu wangu, ndova respectawo. That way I don't think tinoita conflict.
So ndaiona, can we show it a little bit?
I think it's quite a interesting video. We can learn one or two things from that video.
Okay, let me do like this. What I have been doing, visa inini. Okay, let me share screen and then I'll leave you with the screen.
Why do you want to leave? Because we all want to react.
Yeah, we can debate together. Can you see?
Yes.
Okay.
You see? That's physical abuse, right?
Manya? Yes. Yes.
And it's pause.
It's actually disturbing me by just seeing.
And it's murikuona manje. Ma issues ekuti mumwe nemumwe ari kuti andinzarwo. I hope hamuna kuibvisa zvenyu. Ndangoti ndingokomenta chete zvishu.
Ndangoita kuti tidzoke pa front iyo iri papa. We continue and finish it. I don't know if it yakakwana here video yacho.
All right. You find kuti inyaya yekuti inini handinzarwo. Anditka chero uri amwene andina basa newe. Anditi I can fight you, but andigone kuurwa newe physically, but ndino zvandinogona kukuita uchazviona. You see, those are threats dzaakuita, which is not really necessary. We are saying iwewewo kana uri mukadzi mukuru kwengozvidzoro ava ndamai. Anditi I understand vanogona rakanganisa, handisi kunyatsoziva hangu background yazvoita kuti vazodai so. Handiti ndamwene inini ndikangova that understanding yekuti ava ndamai vemunhu wangu ndofanirwa kuvaremekedza. Handifunge kuti vanozosvika paposition yekuzondirova mbama naivo amwe. I just feel kuti probably semunhu mukuru amweni vanongona kuti idzi ndo dzinonzi kwere saka
I think
nekuda
it's
kweunhu
not tikaidzosa ka tombotarisa macomments kuti what are people's thoughts, because really it's disturbing. I don't like to see people fighting. Wesi kuti mukadzi mukuru woudza muroora to tell the daughter-in-law that you are a prostitute, and she is the one who is taking care of your son, and you are saying she's a prostitute. Hey.
It's quite disturbing, and azvidi kudaro manje. Kazhinji it's better to walk away, like in such a scenario where you find kuti handisikuwirirana munhu, inini ndiri kutaura kupa pfungwa dzangu but munhu haasikuwirirana neni. It's better I walk away, then kana hasha dzazoserera ndodzoka. If we can sit down and talk about it, toita sei totaura nezvaro.
Dai anyarara hake, dai anyarara. Brenda vari kuti dai anyarara. Sister Brenda, can you please next time put your name so that it can improve kuti vanhu vanouya kuchannel kwenyu, because mukaona neuyu akaundi yatavo toshaya kuti vanhu vanozodirectika kupi. At least if you use your name, unless kamungoda ngoti Tabo aite maviewers ake, then it's okay. Tokontinue nayo.
Yes.
Okay. Iri kutondityisa. Hey, kane nharo futi.
It's like anga achiprovoka nditi. Iye wachona anga achitovaprovoka handiti ari kutaura kuti mazosvika pangandichida inini handiti meaning anewo level rake raanga achida kuvapula kuti vaite sei vasvike handiti mazosvika pananga ndichida
because the recording person looks like something they have planned. Mukona, it seems like vanogona kunge vaplana kuti ngativarekodi, maybe agara achitonetswa namai ava, ndo maonero angu. So iye ati masvika pandaenda kuti musvike, because maybe anga achimbotukwa every time over and over, scolding, but today she even hit her. So she seems like she was waiting for that moment, and even that there's someone recording. She has
it could be, yes, it could be, yeah. Kuti anga achida kunge aine evidence, but inini ndiri kufungidzira kuti murooro uyu anga achitoti inini ndoda kuti vandirove, kana mandirova inini I'm going to use that kundirova kwamuchaita handitika against you. Probably unogona kuenda kwamambo uku kumareserve ka unoenda kwamambo unoti inini ndoda kuripwa, amwene wangu wakandirova ine baba vangu namai vangu havandirove, ava vasi amai vangu havasi baba vangu, saka ndoda kuripwa. It could be handiti. Saka dzimweni dzenguva I just feel kuti it's not really necessary kuti munhu asvike papoint yekudaro yekuti alright.
It's disturbing. Mukadzi mukuru mbuya ivava kutomisidzana nemwana mudiki. It seems like atori age yekutoti anzi muzukuru wamai ava.
Chokwadi, mwana mudiki chairora wachona.
She's so young. I think ma-90s. Anogona kunge ma-90s chaiwo.
Even mashoko anenge achizotaurwa achona haasi mashoko akanaka iwayo. Ndichakutorera magombeze, uchaona, uchararama.
Yakareba mama ona mimi.
Kusisina kumashure kwa vakomana ivavo ndivo vanga vakutotamba vachita zvinhu zvatopera.
Okay. Okay, I will look into how other people do reactions, but I think if we do my reaction videos, it will help us also to engage and get our audience. Like, especially now with gender-based violence, it's something that we need to discuss as a community. It's not even happening in Zimbabwe only, everywhere. Even here in Korea, people are fighting and killing each other in the houses because of issues zokuti vanhu havasikuwirirana mudzimba. So it's something we need to discuss and hear well. Wow.
Actually, I have one lady. Angari Munomo. That lady suffered violence, like seriously. Sexually, she was abused in Murume. Yes.
Wow.
Physically, she was abused. Verbally, emotionally, she was abused. But the problem yake ndeyekuti anga asingade kubva pamunhu uyu. We don't know. Iye wake later akanga akutaura anenge akandishandisira juju, but isusu hatione juju. Tinoona
we don't see any juju. We don't see any juju. So someone should wake up.
We tried to talk to her kuti shamwari ibva paurapa hapasi health for you, but hapasi health zvachose, but anga asingabvumi. But later pavakazoseparata manje murume akuita zvake akutonyanzoratidza kuti nini handichakuda handisisinei newe, ndopakatizotanga kuchitaura ma-issues ari deep of what she was going through. We saw kuti anga atori munhu akatokuvara kudhara mumwoyo make zvokuti even therapy yaanoda haisiyana chipapamazana iyi ndiyo yetori anoda therapy yemaprofessionals chaiyo. Yafather God chaiyo maybe ndo ingatozokubatsira because she
oh my God,
she went through a lot. Saka at times us as women we try to protect my spouse edu, we try to protect vanhu vedu nekuti tinenge tichida kungonzi tinzivana namai nhingi. At times hazvibatsire kuita fight for a title that you know kuti say
Mrs. Banda apa kugara rakazvimba.
Imagine, hey, kungonziwo ndizorava every day, my goodness, every day, my goodness, what is my goodness, vachona zvavari kusangana nazvo mamaona vagonesa hazvisi kutomboita. Better uite sei usuduruke, zvakatonaka kuti upenyu once wahuruza hauzombofa wakahuwana zvakare. Saka it's always to walk away kana kutsvaga mumwe munhu anokubatsirai anomediata ma-issues. Let's not cover up these people, especially vanoti abuse. I'm not saying kuti munhu chingoti pese pese kufugura hapwa. Of course tine ma-extremes, tine mamwe ma-cases wekuti tinongoti no, sit down and talk, but kana zvinhu zvaenderera mberi, I think there is need for us to look for a third party to intervene tobatsirika.
Yes. Hey, zvakaoma bedwe ini ndatopererwa navamweni ava. I was actually like wanting to know kuti vanhu wait, ndoda kuona ma-comments.
Okay,
taurai zvenyu, I can read them off the screen because I don't know kuti tinofanirwa kusheya kusvika papi. Handi napachopisa TV kana usati waroorwa garoziva usati waroorwa kuti kune hondo yavamwene nemuroora kunze uko.
haisi nguva dzose. I think of course zvinoitika hondo dziriko, but handifunge kuti inguva dzese dzatinongoita inonzi.
Not all people fight. I know some people. Favorite viewer is here. He wants to balance the issue. Okay, let me add you, Pinde.
Who's that?
Our favorite viewer, Vanity Africa, Vanity Scripts.
Sorry,
the link yakuramba kupinda manje. Can you just request mimi majoin say mimi?
Maisa link.
There's a link mchatu. Can you see it? because YouTube iri kuramba manje yezvinezvi yakuti link not allowed. Can you scroll up the charts because
I don't
link.
if he or she joined because Nesh, he might not see it.
You can't scroll up. Let me type something because pamwe. You got it? Okay, good. So then go dzai zvenyu dhora rakavhurika. Go dzai. Konda rumwana mosquito here. Okay, I see you. Fair.
Zviri
Zviri sei dasina chipanga mazana.
Yeah, you're talking about gender, gender-based violence.
Yes,
so I just found it interesting. Yeah. Zviri say Brenda, I think that's your name. I'm not sure.
No, this is Memo. Brenda is the
Memory.
one.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
Brenda is the other one.
Okay,
yes. Great. Yeah.
How are you, Herbert?
I'm doing well, thank you. How are you?
Very fine, thank you.
We are good. We are talking women fighting each other and gender-based violence, women beating men, all those things.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah.
What's your take on the issue?
Oh, I had one thing that I picked out from what you were saying. There was someone, I think a friend of yours, you were memory, whom you were saying, she had this boyfriend, the husband, and problems around her. But then she was just sticking to him. So it happens a lot. And a part of why it happens is that my environment say, love is not really defined for them. So the same people that they purport they love them. For example, the parents, they also beat them. So these people they tend to associate love with pain. So whenever someone does something that's hurtful to them, then they will just interpret it as, oh, he beats me up, but then he loves me. Why? Because that's the kind of abuse that they're comfortable with. So that's where the problem comes. Yeah. So they're actually addicted to pain. Complain, he's beating me up or something. But sometimes they actually go as far as starting more fights to actually get beat up. Yeah, that thing I've seen it happen.
Okay, if you say so, I think it makes sense. Because I wonder why someone will stay long when they are being beaten.
Okay, yeah. So that's the thing. So most people, I can give you this example. When people kiss, 2 out of 3 people, so 67% of people when they kiss, they have to lean to the right. But then they don't know why they do that. So these are things that happen subconsciously. And the reason why, for that example that I gave, the reason why is most mothers, when they breastfeed, they find it comfortable to breastfeed with the left breast, left boob. So there's no theater. Yeah, it's not true for everyone, but then it's true for at least 67% of the people. So these are things that happen like when somebody is a child. So when you're a child, the way love is defined for you can actually influence how you tend to form relationships and the people that you tend to associate with. So some people can tolerate pain because they think that it's love for them. They think that, if he abuses me, that's comfortable. It's something that I learned. Maybe they were children and then they were abused. So they tend to associate love with pain, love with hurt. So that's where the problem comes in. So, but then if
can we say our background or our environment have a bearing on how we react when we experience gender-based violence?
Exactly. So there's this cliche, Mama Jesuits, they believe, give me a child. After 7 years, I'll give you a man. So in psychology, they say, 7 years, the first 7 years, they are very formative. They are the 7 years are not determine a character. So whatever you go through, especially or not, it's a pattern. Let's say you have a pattern, you just seek out these men are very abusive. But you should just repeats the same thing over and over again. Maybe she's your friend, memory, and then you see right now she's with this guy who is very abusive, and then she whines about it, she cries about it, and then the next relationship again is the same thing. So what she doesn't realize is that she's actually seeking out these particular men who are very abusive. So in that way, she should reflect on how she was brought up and reflect on her choices and how she formed when she was a child, and then only then can she find like salvation. We say, I think it was Socrates who say that intelligence. No, it was Confucius, the guy from China, philosopher. He said that intelligence is knowing the extent of your ignorance.
Okay.
So you're supposed to know exactly your personality. You're supposed to be someone who you analyze yourself. You know, these are my bad habits. These are what I've done so far, and then they've repeated. It's now becoming a pattern, and it's very hurtful to me. And I have to be responsible for my own person. And this is how I get to do it. Then you start to change one thing or two things at a time, and then at the end of the day, you find salvation through that. But then most people, they are very scared.
Can't you get salvation from emanating from other people, not you necessarily identifying that you want to be served? Like somebody comes in and they say, Shamari, you are experiencing abuse. You have to come out of this.
Yeah, so
isn't it possible?
Yeah, so there are some instances where someone, maybe a friend or maybe someone elderly, can tell you, well, what you're doing right now, it's not good for you, and then it was also one concern of salvation. But then in most cases, I think it comes from within. It's just a time unoshika po point here, you go, okay, enough is enough. I can't really tolerate this because it's not for me. And then from then out, that's when you find your salvation. I think have you ever watched like my cartoons, sometimes Disney, those kind of so they have this theme that's ongoing. You know, it's the hero's journey. You go to the hero, always the hero has to go into a dark place. So it's either he has to fight this monster or he has to fight this enemy, and then got the antagonist pop. And then from there, when the hero conquers, that's when the hero is fulfilled. And then the hero he gets whatever he wants from there, just because you have confronted something in life that was limiting to them. So it's also the same thing for women. It's also the same thing for men. We have to look out for best interest. When we do that, when we understand, when you close your eyes, memory, you're closing your eyes to yourself. You're reflecting on your day. And then the person that you have at the end of the day, that's you. So when you respect that and you respect it, you have that responsibility towards yourself. That's when you start to negotiate now your own reality. When you meet a man, you actually have some things which okay, these things we can't cross. And if you're associated with a man who would raise a hand to you, I don't know. Because there are some things these things are beneath me. We can't be doing that. Yeah.
True. I think you really raised one important fact, actually. Everything starts with me. Normally, if I want somebody to value me, I should value myself first. If I discover that I'm important, the next person seated maybe besides me will actually see as well that I am important. So inini ndinofanirwa kutoona kuti panapa handisi kudiwa. Kana ndikasazvirealize kuti panapa I'm experiencing abuse, ndinotofungidzira kuti this is normal. Kana ndisina kuzviona inini, ndinotongoti ndohupenyu, that's the norm, this is the life that I'm supposed to live. But if I realize it, if I discovered it as an individual, as memory, ndikatozviona nekuzviziva, I'll be able to now maybe look for assistance to come out of the situation.
Exactly. And it also takes humility as well. because sometimes you keep on going in a relationship just because you think you have invested so much in time, emotional investment and everything. So you start thinking, oh, maybe you change at some point.
Especially just imagine from the period we were dating.
Right, exactly.
You see, tichinetana, ndichinaiwa, ndichitupa kumba,
Exactly.
Then all of a sudden, somebody expects me to walk away. No way.
Exactly. So it's an important problem, problem. But then when you realize that when you let go, sometimes you feel what it's like to be free.
It's true.
So
it's true.
So sometimes
actually
you just
maybe don't you think we are afraid if I let go, probably the worst will come my way.
right, yeah. And also there's
fear of
we
the
are afraid
unknown.
Sometimes. Yeah, exactly. And also fear to be, we're afraid to be lonely. So there's this, we are like monkeys. We can't let go of a branch at least before getting a hold of another. That's why it's that's why it's faster for you to get out of a heartbreak or something if you have something going on for you. But then when you don't have those options now, that's when you start saying, oh, this is all I have, so I have to kind of fix it, even though this person is beating me up all the time, which is not cool. Yeah, if somebody beats you up,
gomera uripo kind of situation.
Yeah,
if somebody beats you up, if somebody beats you up, that's a line that it shows good.
Nemiwa boys, please musa ndambotaura statement kuti musafire mubhutsu semasocks. We know you guys, you go through a lot. Muno abuswa mudzimba umo, but musazongoti because I'm a man, I'm not supposed to cry. You have to cry. You have to vent out. You have to seek for assistance.
Yeah, that's true. You see, I think that we have a different problem than you. Because it's just, I was talking with a friend of mine. He was talking about, the anthropology, Yema songs, Awinkiji, and how it reflects on our culture. Because sometimes, like most of his music is like Garapasi, Bujga Mari, Daiso, and all that. So there's like some asymmetry to it. So I think most men, if you see most men, especially Zimbabweans, they go to South Africa. They don't send their parents. They don't send them any money. They start supporting maybe, I don't know, no Musa or someone from South Africa there, and that's most of them. That's their downfall, because they tend to have that. It's more or less the same thing that we're talking about with women, but then for men it's a little bit different. For men it's a little bit of, there's some manipulation that goes on, and somebody confuses their priorities, and then at the end of the day, man, problems and get it different. I think for men that's where we are. So if we're able to, for women, marriage, having a boyfriend, those are those are two of the most important decisions that you could ever make, and the way you make them, one so good strengthen, because no one so good drag her down. I had a friend of mine just a few months ago. He actually killed himself. He was found hanging, and what was it about? Obviously it was about a woman, because it's just where we're too beat up. Country Zimbabwe, we have known poverty, we have known pain. So that pain.
Ndewekupi munhu
Ndiwe
nyika yake
I got Zimbabwe.
You mean Zimbabwe kufira mukadzi?
Yeah. As is Pani, two of my friends that have gone through that part there.
Yo, what's wrong with you guys?
There was even one video that circulated, I think 2 weeks ago, of a guy who was eating in Shongoma Konzo. Facebook Live.
I saw it too.
Exactly. That was on Facebook Live. That shit happens just because of those things. There's some asymmetry, people. So at the end of the day, someone will think, "Oh, I've invested too much, and it's too much for me to get out of."
Is it a roy and voice?
No, you cannot
then,
value emotions. You cannot quantify emotions.
Yeah. Plus the investment, I think it's more compared to what I have. If I have $2 and then I spend $1 on you, that's too much of an investment.
That's a lot.
And most people, they sacrifice the chogadi. Sometimes they put the girlfriend, the wife, through college there. And then the wife actually makes it through college, and then she comes back, and then she says, "Good to know,
like
it's not gonna happen."
From Manzi, kusumudzwa muhuru vakwe
Oh, exactly. Exactly. Cannot do diaspora, and then especially guys who are in the diaspora, you're supporting some girl, maybe as half on 5 or something. She finishes, and then all of a sudden you hear, she's with some other new group or something. Exactly.
But then my question is, all right, just my thinking. That kind of heartbreak, what will you feel like? And thinking that someone died because of her.
Ichoice yako ndiwe wafunga zvavo zvokupedza kuita nhungo dzekufema ukazviuraya.
Exactly, yeah.
It's the next thing. Kukatouya chimwe chibaba chakuda kuchitora ndobva ndatoenda. Saka ndopatinotisusu iwe usaomere kufunga stere. Usaomere kufunga. Kana warwadziwa baya shamwari. Aiona kuzviuraya. Kana warwadziwa baya zvako.
Yeah, true idea. That's what I was saying earlier. It's your responsibility to look out for every time, even relationship. You can't blame yourself. You can't say I've killed myself because of this person and expect this person to also throw the bed and hear that guilt. Killing yourself, it's just cowardice. I understand why some people do it, but then it's just cowardice.
But what can we do to stop those things, like in our society? What can we do? Like, can we just encourage each other? It's okay, move on. We need something like that, because it seems like no,
the first action inofanirwa kuitwa nemunhu you sit down nemunhu wako kana muri kunetsana anditika motaurirana kana muri tumaramba zvatamba kuwirirana, then you look for a third party to assist you guys. Anditi tinoshandisa culture yedu inanana tete, inanana mbuya, inanana sekuru. Nditka those people anana sawira, they come in to assist us. Zvaramba pamwe tinevo kumachechi, zvaramba. Kana zvarambisisa taita look for all the structures around. Zvarambisisa ndo patinoti kuchagarirei. Famba. Ndo zvandinofunga. The first thing muri tugara ipasi mutaurirani, motsvaga vamwe vanokubatsirai. Kana zvazorambisisawo chibva ipapo kuenda kumwe.
Yeah, exactly. I agree. I totally agree. And then sometimes just have some boundaries. Just say, if somebody does this, I won't tolerate them. Like if somebody cheats on you or something, that's just a deal breaker. You don't even have to go for negotiations.
Negotiate, man.
Because
investment here. We once talked about investment.
But
and you cannot just let it go.
Everything is a risk. Yeah. You cannot just let it go. Because everything is a risk.
All those investments. Sorry.
Alright. It's just like this. It's like you're in a casino, and then you see what you're losing out. But then you just want to keep on putting more and more money.
No.
Obviously, you're piling up on the money that you're going to lose. If somebody cheats on you, it's most probably he's just going to keep on doing it.
Cheating on you. Yes.
Yeah,
but
it's just one of those things that you have to draw a line and say.
True. But I think
even in the Bible, Jam.
Even Bible rachona rinozotaura kuti iwewe unoita choice yako And it's either to stay put or to go. And it. Saka iwewe unogona kupa munhu wako acceptance. Unogona kupa munhu wako
a distinction. Yeah, that's true. But I'm saying you know a distinction between any other sin, or sexual immorality.
It's very true.
And there's a reason for that. Yeah. There's a reason for that. It takes too much courage for you to do that, and it's just disrespectful outright if you do that to your boyfriend or to your husband. And yeah, it's just one of those things. Have you ever watched the TV show on the Friends?
Yakudara.
Yeah. That stuff. I think if more people watch that stuff, so quite well familiar about how relationships are supposed to feel. Because I actually think the way they stage it, how can we make the younger generation which wants to understand that, oh, my relationships aren't die. Oh, these are the complications I need to. Oh, when this thing happens, sometimes funny something happens and then they break up like easily. As they escalate in the sense your video your mom cheater react to. You could see mother-in-law and something and all that. That's just too much. It's what you have to end way too much. Collective bondage. People are just there to coexist. Maybe they're fooling themselves into thinking or something like that. But then it's just exactly. But then they say one got miserable. Of which that's not cool. That's not cool. I think that people should change. And for people to not kill themselves, people should be taught to be tough. Just understand that life, it's not fair. It's just like that. Yeah. Tough as in not necessarily being cruel or something like that. Okay. But then you should be able to understand when somebody tells you to
withstand pressures.
Emotional pressure, exactly. If somebody breaks up with you, what would you do? It's okay to cry, but cry over it maybe a few days and then bounce back, do something else. That's part of life. I think
touching grace for my emotions.
Exactly. Exactly. Plus, at least the sense.
The way I escaped that relationship, you guys got, I escaped because munu oxygen.
How did you escape?
It was a long distance relationship, so it was easy for me to let go. So I started ignoring his messages because every call he would say, who is making bass? They are not good to background. And I'm like, I'm alone here. We are for any people thought a jacket completely.
My insecurities
exactly.
And he always tried to come back. I told him, I don't want to get you at all.
So, it's crazy. I actually think with one my insecurities are my game. So they just think with one projector. They just think with my games. So I get to the paranoid.
I escaped. I said, do you want to take my oxygen? No.
I was cheated on a lot when I was by my high school sweetheart.
Hey.
So I was cheated on. She used to cheat on me like left and right. And
you'd forgive her.
Hanzikita mbingire sana chihera, wait. Hanzikita mbingire sana chihera chaiko.
Yeah. So
but you were okay. Were you okay with it? How did you overcome the the heartbreaks.
So I was taking it in just because I thought this girl, she was more beautiful than the other girls that I used to date there. So Papa needs some failure imagination. They don't go from what but let me just keep up. Don't want to make when she's gonna change or something.
High school love.
High school sweetheart, yeah. But then at the end of the day, I just say to myself, no. I'm just glad I had those lessons earlier on in my life.
Yes,
so it teaches you, Gucci. Yeah, exactly. It's necessary. Exactly.
We have stories to tell.
Like ndakati high school sweetheart wandakabva nayo form 3 kusvika ku-A level tozosvika first year form yeuniversity ndikazomuti kana handisi kuona zviita ini hameno
wanga wasangana nemayuba
kana handatozoita kunge mukomana musvini ubva kwemunhu nemunhu iye
munhu angaita investment yake pauri Sheila.
Imagine.
You did that to him. No. Did you confirm? Maybe he killed himself.
No, I'm just kidding. Akaroora anototi ndakatozostopa kutaura nema-ex because of that. Akatoti I respect you, I know you were his first girlfriend, so please kana ari kumba try not to kuisa machats ndikati ndiye anenge anditanga. I couldn't understand the family structure. But okay, I respect you, my guru.
But I wouldn't stoop that low. I wouldn't stoop that low to go and talk to my ex emunhu wangu.
Yeah. It's
akatouya kuzokumbira please kana ari kumba ndandichangobva kukorea saka vakatyanga kuti murume
diaspora.
inini mbinga yangu yakucomplaina kuti yakuda kurara ndokuramba ndichiitira noise.
ndatomboda kutombotaura inini maziso atsvuka saka tozokudzira part 2 mangwana toita rini noti mangwana any day ramune muri free toda panenge vanhu vakasununguka stereki.
Yeah, so it's okay anytime. Just make sure you munoisa the notification here in advance, because then those ones that are free up.
Not later, because our host Chipangamazano, sometimes she needs to get help. So when she gets help, then we come online.
Okay.
It's okay. I think during the day, maybe we can communicate, then we schedule our live
okay,
stream.
We have to remember to send you Instagram if we just have a live, but it's not time, but time they do maneru. Anytime from this hour, tatangana 10. The other day we started at 8. It's 9.
Around 8:39.
Yeah, 8:39 in Korea. This was here.
We are all in this was 8:39 somewhere there.
Yeah. So we can confirm. So thank you so much, Pangamazano. Closing words over to you. Me ndapedza, I am done. Bye people. Thank you for watching. Pangamazano taurai. And then you
bye. I just want to say, guys, you have to look for assistance. I don't know from where, maybe from your friends, maybe from your relatives, maybe from civic organizations, maybe from the government. Whenever you experience gender-based violence, don't keep quiet. Reach out for help. There's somebody who's willing to assist you. Let's protect also victims of gender-based violence or survivors of gender-based violence. Some people cannot help themselves. They need you and I to help them out. So it's our responsibilities to help each other. They say you are a brother's keeper, right? Yes. Thank you so much. Hope to meet you again. Bye.
Okay. So, I just want to say, Kuchi, I think the best way that you can go about avoiding this, which will make sure from the formative, from Big Tanga Pachuk, you're very selective about the kind of people only in relationships now. I think you got one song with a preempt that, then you make sure what you want. On go now, then it becomes better now. Make sure what you play around, you have relationships now, not reasonable or logical. No go so persuade or easily. One is some moral core in engage very, very strong. So yeah, that's just about it for me. So thanks, Sheila, for inviting me onto this. I really enjoyed it, and hopefully I will see you guys next time. Bye.